What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Effect Podcast. Okay, let me get comfy. Oh, before I forget, let me give a quick shout out to the coolest 12-year-old in the world, Grayson. Shout out to my cousin Grayson. I had a deal that I would give him a shout out on this episode if you listen. Hopefully you hear this. Yeah. Love you, buddy. Love you, girl. Period. Purr. He knows what that means. Everybody else just ignore that last 5 seconds. Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm so excited to be doing another solo episode. I feel like I haven't done an episode in so long, and I love it. Like, now that I feel like my life is like settling down and I'm figuring out like my new flow and my new routine, I'm starting to feel my motivation and inspiration to make these episodes again. So that's great. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with my voice. It's a little dry. I've been like guzzling water, so I don't know what's happening. So sorry. And if you don't like raspy voices, I guess just skip this one. This weekend, I had so much fun. Actually, my friend Chody Wody from high school came down from Duluth and visited me. I had a really, really good weekend. I felt inspired to make a podcast. So here we are. One of the reasons Chloe came to visit is because we recorded a podcast episode, and I'm really excited to share it with you all. It's about friendship, like the general theme of friendship and maintaining friendships, making new friendships at this age. So it's a good one. I feel like it's really relatable. It was really cool to go down memory lane with her and think about all the weird things we did in high school and just really cringy moments, but it's like fun. It was super fun to go down memory lane and just see where we're at now. So yeah, I love that. Oh, Zoo's making an appearance. Wouldn't it be a Butterfly Effect podcast episode if Zoo didn't walk by and interrupt? We recorded an episode, and I've been using my old iPhone to record like 2 cameras, and it keeps dying. Like, you know how Apple does that every time they release a new phone? The old one slowly stopped working mysteriously, and so all of a sudden that phone, which was perfectly fine before I got this new one, is like dying instantly pretty much. So while I was recording, I had it plugged in, but then the cord fell out of the wall, and so it was not charged, and it just died mid-episode. So there's no video of Chloe, just audio. And even before I went on vacation, I actually recorded another episode with 2 people, which is really, really good. It's on, I don't know, a bunch of toxic things. It's with Brittany and Radu, and literally my computer broke right as I went to press record, which I was like, what? I was stressed out, but I was like, don't stress out. We have guests here. Keep it together. Like, literally I went to pick my computer up, press it, and the LED light in my screen was like, had a, whatever they call it, like a super thin crack in the screen. So hairline fracture or whatever. And so, yeah, that didn't happen. I didn't get to record with the mic, but my cameras were still recording. But then again, the same problem happened. One of my cameras died, so I can only extract the audio from one iPhone. So I don't know what the quality of that's going to be. And I feel so bad because they literally, like, Brittany, she didn't fly in from Texas to record this podcast, but she was in town from Texas. So it was like the perfect time, and it's not easy to re-record, and Radu like took time out of his schedule. So I feel super bad. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that I can somehow save that audio from the phone. Fingers crossed, because yeah, there was lots of tech issues happening. I don't know if Mercury is in retrograde during that time, but yeah, that was not good luck. Or that episode was not meant to be released because it was so toxic. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so all of that to say, I'm having tech issues and I need to invest in a camera. So if anyone wants to gift your girl a camera, I would not be opposed. Just kidding. No one feel obligated to do that. But if you got a lot of money back in your tax returns and you just don't know what to do with all of it, that's one way you can contribute to me. And also, when we were recording and I was having all these tech issues and I cracked my laptop, and I was like, oh my gosh, because that is literally my means to survival right now. Those of you who follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and I just actually launched my own social media strategy agency, which is super exciting. It's called Socially Evolved, and everything I do is through my computer and my phone. So when that cracked, that was really scary because I was like, I literally need this. I just launched my own business, and now that happened. But I stayed positive, and literally I took it to Apple at MOA. They shipped it out right before I left for vacation. They fixed it for free and they shipped it back to me. I never thought that would happen to me, and it was the easiest thing to fix. They literally mailed it back to me. I had it waiting for me once I got home from my vacation, and then boom, it was fixed, no problems. So very, 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 very lucky. Everything happens for a reason, I think. So it's all good. But back to me launching Socially Evolved, working for myself has been the best decision I have ever made in my entire life. I never ever thought I would do that. When I was younger, I was like, I have no interest working for myself, opening a business. Like, there's so much that goes into a business that I don't know how to even process, like how to set up an account, how to have a business license, how to get clients, how to manage your accounts, how to pay taxes. Like, I had no idea how to do any of that. I had no interest in learning how to do that. Sounds so stressful. Like, I just was like, no, thank you. But I just started to feel super burnt out at work with my last job and feel like I was giving so much to something and I didn't feel like I was getting a full payback of my energy. Like, the reciprocation wasn't there. And I really enjoyed the people that I worked with. I really enjoyed I did enjoy bits and pieces of it, but it just didn't feel right. And that's what really ultimately pushed me to open my own business. And I'm so grateful for how well it's going so far. It was received really well. Everyone's been super supportive. I don't know why I'm surprised, because anytime I do anything, my community is so supportive of me, so I don't know why I'm surprised still, but I guess I'm just really grateful. I don't ever expect that, and when I get all of that positive support, it means a lot. Really appreciate that, and I just have loved it. So, I love being my own boss. I love seeing a return on the investment of my energy that I'm putting into something. When I was younger, I never in a million years thought I would be my own business owner. I don't know why I didn't think it. Seemed like way too much work, way too much energy and effort that I had no interest in investing my time in. I just definitely did not see that being my future. It was just nothing I ever thought. I honestly thought I would be working in a nonprofit the rest of my life. And it's just crazy how life actually unfolds for you. And you really don't know what's going to happen. So you should just go with the flow and trust your instincts and go for it. And I'm so happy that I trusted my instincts and I went after my dream when I had this crazy idea. I literally have I just woke up one day and I was like, I really like creating graphics. I really like learning the analytics of social media and seeing how you can use these tips and tricks to grow and get in front of different audiences. I love people that are chasing their dreams and are passionate about something and took a risk on themselves and opened their own business. I would love to be able to partner my skills with people who are in similar mindsets and took that risk and opened their business and believed in themselves. And I would love to help grow their business through social media. It's really hard to get out of the flow of the 9-to-5 world, but taking the risk and doing something for you if it doesn't work for you, I think it's the best thing you can do for yourself. And I think the 9-to-5 works for some people, and that's really good. There's nothing wrong with that world if it works for you. I just finally woke up and realized it didn't work for me, and I had to really do some reflecting and look within and be like, yeah, I gotta do something, because I don't want to live the rest of my life feeling anxious every day and not feeling like I'm living in my purpose. I want to feel energized with the work that I'm doing. I want to feel like I'm living my truth. I want to feel like I'm utilizing my skills, that my strengths, in a way that make me feel like I'm doing good in the world and I'm giving back, and I'm not just trying to get the approval of my boss so I can get a raise and I can get a promotion. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I hope that makes sense to somebody. I've been getting a lot of traction and leads right off the bat of launching this business, and I feel so fortunate for that. I'm working with a podcaster and I'm really excited to work with her, and she hasn't launched yet, so I won't give too much away about what the podcast is about and the names or anything like that because it's going to be launching soon. I'm really excited to get started with that because of course I have my passion. My passion is podcast or sharing my story like this through podcasting. It's so super fun for me, so it's nice to see other people starting their journey in it because for me it's been a really fun adventure. And I also just signed with my really good friend. She's a content creator on a lot of different platforms, and she is taking a risk on me and hiring me as her manager. So I'm really excited about that journey. It's like an extension of Socially Evolved, like managing and helping find brand deals for her. I'm really excited about this new chapter. I've never thought I would be in this position, but I'm really, really excited about the challenge of learning this career, and not only that, but working like with a good friend and helping her grow her career as well. Like, I just think this is what I'm meant to be doing, and it's so fun. I get so excited talking about it. I get so excited like thinking of different strategies of how I can be successful in this field. And I never felt like this in other careers. And it wasn't that I wasn't happy to do the work and like know that it was important. I didn't feel passionate about it like I thought I did. And honestly, like, it was a huge wake-up call to be like, maybe I'm not as passionate about this as I thought I was. It's a big difference when you truly live in your purpose and you follow your passions and you do what you want to do. You start living differently. You're just in your element and you're in your truth, and it's like, I don't know. It's just everything. I love it. And I hope more people start doing it because I definitely lived and operated in a life that was not that, and I could tell that was not sustainable. I was not making healthy decisions. I wasn't living a healthy life that I want to live, or I was definitely further off track from the life that I want to be living when I was not living for myself and living my true purpose. So if you or someone you know is looking for a social media strategist or maybe even a manager, I'm dabbling in that now too. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to give you some tips. If you're interested in like starting your own business like this, I would love to give you what I know so far. I don't believe in gatekeeping. I learned everything I know from YouTube. The last thing I just wanted to talk about was my family vacation that we just went on. It was so much fun. We never have gone on a vacation like that. Growing up, we didn't go on very many vacations. Like, honestly, I'm sorry to my siblings because a lot of our vacations were around me and cheerleading and going to nationals. So a lot of times we'd go to Florida, which was super fun and we were super grateful for that. But like, we didn't have vacations like we were going to other countries or anything like that, which is not a bad thing. But it just made this vacation super special because pretty much all my family went on this trip. We were missing some people, which was sad. Like 19 of us went to Puerto Rico, and it was so much fun. And we flew into Puerto Rico, and oh my gosh, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have saw my story talking about the flights on the way over. They were literally terrifying. Like, oh my God. Like, I had flight anxiety already leading into those flights. Like, not terrible, crippling anxiety where I can't get on the plane or like I like grip things and like I shake. Or not intense anxiety, but very like, I have intrusive thoughts when I'm on an airplane. Like, it's scary to me. I'm like, oh my God, what if it goes down? What if it crashes? Okay. That's just how I am. I'm working on it. I think I'm getting better, but it happens. Okay. So anyways, on these flights on the way over, I had 2 flights, one from Minnesota to Atlanta. And on the way we had some like turbulence. It wasn't terrible at first. Like, it was a little rocky and I was like, I got this. Cause I was already working on being like mindful and, I was always already working on being mindful and like staying positive and not feeding into those, negative thoughts about flying. So I was like, it's okay. This is going to be fine. A little turbulence is going to happen. I'll be fine. I'm not going to die. and it's going to be good. Like, turbulence happens all the time. Planes are safer than cars. It's okay. It's fine. We're good. So we hit some turbulence like an hour into the flight, and I was like, whoo. And then we hit some pretty rough turbulence, and somebody behind me screams, and it was really funny, and everyone starts laughing because she, like, we were fine. It was just a little turbulence. So she screamed, and it was funny. And in my head, I'm like, okay, good. At least I didn't scream. I'm good. Like, you know, we got this. And I was at peace, fine. And then I think I was watching a movie. So we land, no problem. I get on my other flight. We're about 5 minutes in, and I'm like, thank God, like, I got that bad turbulence out of the way. Now I only have one more flight. We're going to fly into Puerto Rico. This is my last leg. This is going to be fine. 5 minutes into this flight, I literally, my hands just went numb a little bit because I'm scared. Like, it's scary thinking about the plane the plane dives down, like a quick, I'm probably exaggerating it a little bit as I'm telling this story, but this is what it felt like. It felt like it went down like this, okay? And it was extremely scary, and literally the two guys next to me clung to each other. They leaped towards each other. Everyone's screaming on the plane. I'm grabbing the seat in front of me, and I'm like, I didn't scream, but I did grab the seat in front of me because it really felt like we were going like this. And it was like for 10 seconds. I don't really know how long it was. It felt extremely scary. Like, my legs went numb. My body went numb. I could just feel myself frozen. Everyone was like, ah! You know, like, everyone was freaking out. And I just threw myself back in that scenario for a second. That was so scary. And it was so funny because the guys clinging next to me, they were literally scared for their life. And then they kept laughing after, because once we were fine, like, they were laughing after, because literally we thought we were going to die. It was scary. And yeah, so I was just like trying to calm my heart rate down. And I was like, whew, okay, we're alive. Like, I was letting myself calm down. And then all of a sudden, I see the lights go on. They're like fanning this woman. This woman passes out in the seat diagonal from me, like literally right there. She passes out because she thought she was gonna die like everyone else, and it was extremely scary. I felt so bad. Like, people were fanning her. They were getting their electrical fans out of their duffel bags and their stowaways over the announcement, we need a doctor, and I'm like, holy shit, this is 5 minutes into this flight. Like, it was crazy. And they were fanning her, and then there was a nurse that came from the front, and they were like, no, go sit down. He's like, I'm a nurse. And so he was helping him, and he was like, we need a cardiac arrest paddles, we need an air or an oxygen. And I was like, holy, is she dead? Like, I was like, because you can't see, and I'm not trying to stand up and make a scene, but like, and because I wanted to give her privacy too, but like, I was like, is this woman dying? Like, or is she just passed out? And like, so everyone was fanning her, and it looked really serious. Like, everyone looked concerned. They weren't just like, oh, she's okay. They were like concerned, and like, they were going really back and forth. I saw the cardiac paddles come in, and it was crazy. And they got her going. She was okay. And like, I was like, thank God, because we are literally 10 minutes into this flight at this point. And at one point I heard the flight attendants go like, say something like ground bound, I thought. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to turn this plane around. Like, I was like, maybe it's because the plane went like this and something's wrong with the plane, or because she is dying and we need to get her medical help. They were able to get her conscious again, feeling better. I felt so bad for her because I know you shouldn't be embarrassed in those situations, obviously. Like, that was a physical reaction. That's really scary. But like, for some reason, I would feel embarrassed. Like, oh my God, I just like caused a scene on this plane. I don't know. That's probably stupid, but I felt really bad for her. And it was so early into the flight. And then I knew we had like, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours. It was probably just like a 3-hour flight ahead of us. And to think like all the anxiety and feelings you must be feeling, like, I don't know, that was just a really scary thing. And the rest of this flight was smooth, thank God. But then so after that, the trip got much better. I flew into Puerto Rico on my own. It was actually on Valentine's Day, so I spent Valentine's Day flying into Puerto Rico. It was amazing. Checked into the rooms for my immediate family because we flew in earlier than the rest of the group, and I had the most beautiful view of the ocean. It was so pretty. Like, it was right up to the ocean. It had this little cove area, and I don't know, it was just like such a vibe. I can't even explain it. I just sat on the balcony. I got myself some pizza that was down the street, some wine. I sat on the balcony. I was just watching the water, and I was listening to music. I was singing, dancing, vibing. I was just vibing by myself because my parents and my siblings didn't get there until midnight, honestly. So I spent all Valentine's Day by myself on a balcony in Puerto Rico, just vibing, and it was just, I don't know, it was like the best day ever. I loved it. And so then my family finally got there, and it was so much fun. Like, it was seriously one of the best few weeks of my life. Like, it was so much fun. My siblings were there. We were all together, and it's just so special when you can get all together with your siblings, because everyone is at that age where we're starting to figure out our own lives. We're starting to go our own ways and do our own things. Like, one sister's up at college right now, like doing her thing, working super hard, works like 3 jobs, always is getting a new job, it seems like really killing it in school. She's in social work, and like, she's going on to get her master's. Like, it's so amazing to see her doing those things and succeeding. My other sister is like fresh adult, like figuring herself out, doing her thing. Like, I'm so proud of her and all the work that she's doing on herself. And then my brother, of course, he has his own life. Like, he's 22 and he's figuring his career out. So it's just like, we're all doing our own thing. So it's so special when we can all come together, especially like in a really special thing, or in a really fun thing like a vacation. Because growing up, like I said, we just went to like Florida for my cheer stuff, so we didn't really get to do these big vacations. So it was so cool to be together for the first one. We spent the first couple days with just our immediate family, which was really nice, and then the rest of the group started like coming in clumps and then my aunt and my uncle rented this like hotel, and we all got to stay together on this like cute little strip in Puerto Rico. So we went to this bar called Bitch. It was so fun. We did karaoke. I got to sing super bass with a drag queen on stage, and she was like doing some flips and like flipping upside down. We were passing the mic back and forth. Maybe I'll insert the clip here. It was so much fun. We were just all vibing. It was just so nice to be all together too, and we were celebrating my uncle's 50th birthday, so it was just all in good spirits. And then a few days after, or the next day after that, some of our family from Texas got in, and we were doing, and it was just like, I don't know, it was just such good energy. Everyone was together. We were all like having so much fun. It was so good because life gets busy, you know, like life gets busy and everyone is doing their own thing. Hard to always find time to all come together, and we were all able to, a lot of us were able to come together and just like celebrate life. And it was just so much fun in a beautiful land, like so much fun. Shout out again to my auntie Amy for planning that. Like, thank you so much. It really, I know it means so much to everyone, because being together, it's not easy to get that many people together and to make that many accommodate that many people, and you do it with so much grace, and you like, it's really inspirational. So thank you so much for all the time that you invest in that, and shout out to my Uncle Mike for becoming old and being 50. Thanks for being born, so we had a reason to celebrate. But yeah, and then we had a few days all together in Puerto Rico, and then we got on a cruise, and like it was just like different stages to the vacation. It was so much fun. And so then we got on a cruise and we went to St. Thomas, we went to St. Lucia, St. John's, Barbados, St. Kitts. It was so much fun. Like, the cruise was everything. I really thought I was gonna fall in love on this cruise. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping. I just felt like it was going to happen. It did not happen. Everyone on this cruise was old or in a relationship. So, word to the wise, don't go on a cruise thinking you're going to find the love of your life, because I don't think that's going to happen, okay? It's not the demographic for it. So take some advice from me, take it from me, but that's okay. I had so much fun with my family. Like, they had silent discos, they had different shows, a magician, a comedian, acrobatics, they had all-inclusive food, drinks. Like, it was the best. Like, it seriously was the best vacation I've ever been on. And me and my sisters got to share a room together, which was so fun because I don't know, it was just so nice being in the same space with them, doing everything with them for so long. Again, because we don't get to see each other in that way anymore. And I love my siblings, and my brother was there, and we got to hang out so much. And my cousin Dimitri was there, and my Uncle Rini was there. And I don't know, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Highly recommend going on a cruise, but again, don't think you can find the love of your life, okay? I also want to try a different cruise, like Carnival, because that cruise was a little geriatric. So I'm hoping on Carnival there's a younger crowd. I saw videos on TikTok like, this is the Carnival crowd, and it was people twerking. So I think that's more my speed. So I think I'm going to try Carnival out, but it was still, again, so much fun. Would absolutely do it again. I definitely want to go back to just some of the islands that we visited, like Barbados. It was gorgeous. I got to see my girl Rihanna's house. We pulled up. I was waving at her. I don't even know if she was home, but I was waving. And maybe like St. Thomas and St. Lucia, they were just beautiful. Not St. John's, though. I have beef with the people of St. John's, and I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying I have beef with that island. The vibes were not right for me. But definitely check it out for yourself. What else? Coming home, the flight was smooth. The last thing I'll say about this flight, because I'm not scared of flying anymore, actually. I think that happened so I could stop being so scared of it, because on the way home, it was so smooth. I was not scared at all. So I'm not afraid of flying. Look at me, growth already. But going on that vacation really made me want to work hard to continue to be able to do those things in life. Like, I love traveling. I love seeing the way different people live, and being in the sun and on an island and just relaxing and not doing anything and seeing the world with the people that you love. I love doing that, and being able and having the opportunity to do that. I feel very grateful, because I know it's not easy. Some people don't even leave their city. Some people haven't even left their neighborhood their entire life, let alone their state, let alone the country that they live in. So I know I'm really lucky to be able to travel and see the world. Not everyone gets that. Not everyone has that opportunity and doesn't have the means to afford to do that, because it's not cheap. And not every, and some people don't even get time off to travel. And when you do, it's just all of that to say I'm very blessed and lucky to be able to be in a position to do that. And I want to continue to be in that position, and I want to do it more. So it just motivated me to work super hard when I got home. And that came at the perfect time with launching Socially Evolved and now working with my friend as her manager. And I think I just feel so rested and motivated to attack my goals now, because I felt like before, last year, especially towards the end of the year, I was really getting into a slump of, I'm not happy with where my life is. I'm not happy with what I'm doing. And now I'm living my purpose and living in my truth. And I feel super motivated and rested and ready to kick off this year and continue this year strong, working towards my goals. So I want to, I'll definitely be planning another vacation soon. Me and my sister, we're going to celebrate her 21st birthday in Austin. So that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to be able to see Austin. It's always been a place I want to possibly live. So it'll be cool to see if I actually like it or not. And to see my family that live there again. But wow, I really thought this episode was going to be like 20 minutes and it is now 40 minutes and it was really fun. I love podcasting alone. I love having guests on, but I just love podcasting alone because I just can ramble and get a lot of thoughts out and not feel crazy for talking to myself because eventually someone else may hear it. But thank you for listening. If you, again, one last plug for Socially Evolved. If you are interested in a social media strategist or looking to hire someone to help you create help you manage your social media accounts, I'm your girl. Follow me at socially.evolved or email me at leaunahauser@sociallyevolvedstrategy.com. If you're not following this podcast Instagram, make sure you are. It is at BFly Effect Podcast. I will put all this in the description box below. But make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I am on Spotify. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on YouTube with video. Also, if you are on Spotify, you can see the video as well. But liking it and subscribing, that would really help, so I can continue to grow in this passion project of mine. And thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Bye.